Welcome to Today of All Days, episode 35.
Today is Thursday, June 29th, 2017. And today is National Camera Day!
The earliest form of image capture dates back to around 500 BC, when Chinese philosopher Mozi described what later came to be called a camera obscura in his writings.
A camera obscura can be made with a wall and a dark room. If a person were to stand on the outside of the room and a pinhole poked in the wall, the opposite wall inside the dark room would show an upside down and reversed image of that person.
It is thought that camera obscura were used during the 16th and 17th centuries to assist artists in making accurate scale paintings of buildings and people.
Now, the earliest surviving photograph, that's more like the photographs we know today, was taken in the 1820s by Nicephore Niepce, using a sliding wooden box camera and a pewter plate thinly coated with bitumen of Judea.
The invention of the gelatin dry plate by Richard Maddox in 1871 made it possible to capture instantaneous photographs closer to what we can do today.
In 1885, George Eastman created photographic film and later ventured to create a camera called Kodak. This Kodak moment. And that brings us to
Today in History. Smartphone users love them, Android users hate them. In 2007, Apple releases the first iPhone.
Steve Jobs gathered 1,000 employees in 2004 to create the iPhone under codename Project Purple.
AKA Barney the Dinosaur.
AKA No Dinosaurs Here.
The iPhone was a massive success, with reporters calling it the Jesus phone.
I was there. I don't remember any reporters calling it the Jesus phone.
Well, supposedly there were a few that called it the Jesus phone.
This is the phone that will bring the rapture.
And with that, it's time to pull out a waffle.
Don't mind me.
Now, as of July 27th, 2016, 1 billion iPhones have been sold worldwide. That is a lot of iPhones. You gotta think, that's 1 billion of them. Each one costs about $500, $600. See, that's about $600 billion. After you factor in the cost, that's about $599 billion. That's saying that they're cheap. I'm obviously an Android user.
And that brings us to
National Waffle Iron Day! The earliest waffle irons date back to the 14th century. Them are some old irons.
But just like anything that was made back in the good old days, they're probably still making waffles today! These waffle irons were made of 2 iron plates that were hinged together with long wooden handles.
Also, the iron plates that they used were often imprinted with detailed patterns of coat of arms, landscapes, and religious symbols. Y'all remember the Jesus toast? Well, they had Jesus waffles.
And I hear in some places they've got the Jesus on the iPhone print. These iron plates would be held over the hearth fire while the waffles would bake.
I don't know about you guys, but every time that I enjoy a waffle, I feel like that is a good day. I will say, however, if all you've ever had is Mrs. Butterworth's or some Kroger or Walmart brand syrup, you have not had waffles until you get some authentic Canadian maple syrup. That is a necessity.
Along with a homemade waffle recipe. It takes 10 minutes. It's worth it.
And it's a lot cheaper.
And without further ado, while we're waiting for our second batch to pop out of this bad boy, bon appetit!
I'm about to dive in.
I know what you're thinking. You maniacs! How can you just eat them like that? Plain! No butter, no syrup, no honey, no whipped cream, no berries on top.
We're filming a video, guys. What are we going to do? Just sit here and have a full-blown meal? Come on, where are we going to put the butter? And I like to put peanut butter on mine. Go ahead, call me whatever you want.
Freak. Freak is the word. All that being said, feel free to go crazy with your waffles. Maybe come up with a new recipe or a new way to top your waffle on this day.
Today of all days.
Today of all days.
And we will see y'all tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.